excellence. I'm learning to work at a higher level of excellence that I had never known before.
Mm.
Meaning, take more time when I read through something, right? Like I move really fast. I talk really fast. I move really fast. I make things happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to pause and really, like when I'm reading an email or I'm working on an event, I got to really pay attention to what they're asking and what I'm giving back, so that um, it's done right the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Because when
Mm-hmm.
you start to work at a higher level, or you work with people that operate on a higher level, there's no this everyday like back and forth dialogue that you may have had at your last job, and it was like okay to be like, oh, let me fix that, isn't necessarily okay, because now people are spending more money, they got less time, and they're spending a lot more money. And so
Mm-hmm.
I have learned to pause, to pay attention more, um, and just to really work at a higher level. It's
Mm.
been
Mm.
it's been incredible. At first, it was a challenge, and I was like, "Oh, okay, let me figure this out." And so when I read something, to get it right the first time, and I think, and then that will add value to what you bring, and people will start to call you and ask you to consult more on different projects. So I'm working on some stuff in Oregon right now.
You talked about slowing down
Yeah.
and really focusing on being excellent in the moment, and really taking time to to see what's hidden behind the words, kind of, like whether it's an email or whether it's like what is really being asked of me here,
Mm-hmm.
based off of this person, and that it takes a little bit more intricacy, right? And it takes a little bit more planning and a little bit more thought. Is what is what I
Yeah,
think I'm hearing.
yeah, absolutely. And I would add that recognizing whoever you work for or work with, um, really understanding how they work and operate is important as well. And everybody's a little different. And so kind of being a step ahead. So I would make a lot of mistakes, kind of, and they're not big mistakes, but just mistakes in the beginning where it'd be like, we need to print something, for instance, right? And they would be like, I need you to draft this, send this up so we can get this printed, or, fix this so I can get it printed. So I would fix it and then I would print it. And it was like, wait, I didn't approve it though. Like, I need you to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I do need it printed, but I need to approve that what you did, you know what I mean? There's
Mm-hmm.
another step involved. And I wasn't used to that, right? I was like, okay, you told me to do this, I did it.
Mm-hmm.
And so being able to stop and think through and say, okay, there's another level of this that needs to happen. And before you send anything out, did you proofread it? Is it correct? Like, you get one chance in the world that I'm working in right now. I would say that
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
there's not a lot of chances. And so we just work at a really, really high level, a really detailed. So I learned to pay attention to more details, to pause, um, to really be excellent in a world that I thought I was, and clearly I had a lot of work to do, and humbly take that. So you don't take criticism as a negative. It's really to help you grow. And so once you can take that, right, somebody say like, wrong, try that again, that wasn't right, and not get upset and be like, oh, but I did this and I did that, and I was like, take all that out. It was like, no, it was wrong, now try it again. And it was like, okay, let me get it right.
And this goes back to self-image, because I talked to you earlier about the fact that you were able to um you know look at yourself in a way that you didn't think about yourself too. um I don't know how to explain it. You weren't so enamored with yourself that you're insecure. You have some security about yourself, you have a high self-image, and it allows you to take criticism, because people with a lower self-image, they take it as a personal attack rather than an opportunity to grow and develop. And what I was going to say is that within your position where you're at right now, which is like, I'm learning to grow into a certain level of excellence, and before that, I noticed that you realize that there's a certain level you were at before which you had mastered, and things were coming easier. and now there's another level of new information, a higher level or higher standard that you have to get to. And and once you do this long enough, you're going to master that level. And then if you continue to grow your self-image, you can continue to grow who you are as a person, then you're going to realize, oh shoot, I'm just getting started. And that is the process of life, is just continuing to
That's
grow and
that
develop
change.
these levels of success. It yeah.
Yeah.